here's how to make a ruler, the kind of the quick and dirty way if you don't have one around, but all you might have would be maybe a old credit card or a dollar bill or something like that. So the first thing you're gonna do is just search online ruler. And the first one that pops up will be like Guinea Fab or something like that. So just the top result there on Google. And it's not going to necessarily know the size of your screen right off the bat. So you might need to calibrate it using something that has a known width or known dimension. So you can go the credit card route here and calibrate to actual size, and just click credit card. And you're just going to compare that credit card to the strip that it gives you right there. And actually I had to calibrate this one first, so let's pretend that it did not know. And we looked at credit card. Looks like that's still pretty good. Restore to default. Okay. The default is 100 ppi. Okay, so we can see that when we look at a credit card width, or let's go back to dollar bill, I guess. It thinks a dollar bill, well, that's the width, is going to be that wide. Now clearly my line and my dollar bill are not the same. So what you would do is just click bigger until that red line is going to be the same width as your dollar bill. And you're just going to click and resize it until it's the same size. This happens to be, I think, 126 ppi, pixels per inch. And you'll just keep going until you get it the right size. And then from there, you should be able to have, oops, there we go. You should be able to have a pretty accurate measurement. So just sort of for scale here, let's see how we did. Here's an actual ruler. Now, if you have an actual ruler, you're going to use that instead. But since we don't have that, we're just seeing if this lines up with my actual ruler here. The 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5 all line up nicely. Okay, just to kind of prove that that kind of worked using the old dollar bill trick or credit card trick, whatever you have. Okay, then what you're going to do is take a piece of paper, I'm going to use a 305 note card because I know this is 5 inches, but you can really just take any piece of paper and you're just going to line it up with your screen very gently so you don't scratch your screen, obviously, and just make 1 inch increments at every inch. Okay, and if you had a 12-inch piece of paper or longer, or an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, you can make something that's 11 inches long, or whatever, right? But I'm just going to make this one 5 inches, and then you would take that and you would just draw your lines all the way across, using your ruler, and then you have a perfectly functional, somewhat accurate 5-inch long measuring stick. Okay, so something like that in Sharpie. So now you can have something you can use to measure snow, pop it right in however much accumulation you have, and well, I have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, or if you have more in your area, use a bigger piece of paper. Okay, there you go. How to make a ruler using nothing but credit card or dollar bill.